Hello beautiful souls. In this video I am going to be sharing a element meditation that I was actually given. I'm not going to be doing a meditation, I'm just going to be giving you what I was given during a meditation that I did back in 2020. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hi and welcome back to Oaklaw Door. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Attune. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you. For those that are new, welcome in. So as I said in the intro, this is the elements and the energies of how to use them to really gain balance and alignment for yourselves. And it's interesting because I am the first one that says always date when you put an entry into your journal. And it was interesting because I haven't done it. And that made me chuckle. So I don't know when this came through, but I can tell from the pages previously, you can see there it was June, and the page afterwards was August of 2020, and I've actually entitled it a healing meditation, and it brings in all the elements and the light codes that we can use, that we can embrace, and obviously only if it resonates with you, only if it feels right for you. But it started, and it was really, really simple, and it's something I've been doing, and I don't really know why I haven't shared it until now. But hey, we all listen to our divine guidance, and I've not been guided to share it until now. And it is interesting because if you follow my Facebook page as well, this week is all about change, embracing change, allowing ourselves and to surrender into the flow of change, because there are some really big energies with us to bring forward the change within humanity, the change within the consciousness. And yeah, it's not going to happen overnight, but it is happening. And so I'm just going to share this with you. So obviously we've got earth, and I've got gold, green, light, love, grounding, stability, love for all life, purity, fortitude, confidence, personal understanding. And that is a real big one, is that connection to the earth and that grounding, that getting out into nature. And as you get out into nature, allowing yourself to be in the moment, to be in the now with nature, and feel into the energies, the resonance, the frequencies of the planet, of the earth. And I've been very fortunate because I am clairsentient. And so for many, many years, I have been able to do that. I have been able to kind of go for a walk in nature and go, okay, what's going on? And it's been a beautiful journey for me personally, because it's helped me align myself with the natural world when I can feel it, when it's time to just take a breath and to relax and to rest and rejuvenate, and when it's time to start taking action. So we can use being out on the land, being connected to Mother Gaia, as a barometer for what we should be doing in our own lives, not just looking at the seasons, although that is very helpful. And we are in a changing season. We're just wrapping up one year. If we use the Celtic wheel, we're this week wrapping up one year and starting another. And I say this week because we habitually live in the calendar, but nature doesn't use calendar. It uses its innate knowing. And when you do connect to the land in that way, you can actually feel it, because that change in season has been upon us for a good few weeks now. So that's the earth bringing in that golden light, that green light, and it's, when I seen it, it was a fusion of the two. It was the most beautiful emerald green with golden fusions through it. Water, a blue light, protection. Ice preserves, and it creates a hard shell. And so we can use the element of water. Not only allows us to flow, but it can also be very protective. We can put that shell of protection around our aura by bringing in the blue light, by bringing in the element of water that sits in the west. Then we've got air, which is kind of where we're moving to seasonally wise. When we look at the seasons, when we look at the elements, we're moving into air. And that was a pink light, and that was the essence of life. Allows us to breathe, feeds our physical body. White, but carries within it either the energy of the moon or the sun, which gives it that pink hue. Or at least that's how I seen it when I was given this in meditation. And I love the fact with the sun and the moon there, because this is about creating balance within, creating balance between the masculine and the feminine that dwells within all of us. And really, because the element of air is also very, it's about the communication. Air is always about communication, but it's about that communication, that deeper communication with ourselves, having that introspection, looking deeply into ourselves, having those very deep conversations with ourselves that allows us to heal, that allows us to understand, that allows us to plan and take steps to move forward, or to at least start to organize the seeds that we want to plant when we come into spring. Then we've got fire. And it was interesting because most people associate fire with red, and yet what I was given was the violet flame of Saint Germain. And yes, I know that is somebody and an energy that I work with in a very deep way. But it feels right to pass that on. It feels right to encourage everybody to connect with the violet flame, the magic, the purity, the transmutation that can transpire from a deep connection to the violet flame. And then we've got the fifth element of spirit, that white silver light, the higher consciousness. The higher consciousness that dwells within us when we start to really get to know and understand ourselves, the elevation of our own personal consciousness. But I was also feeling the elevation of collective consciousness. And especially now, especially with the energies that are with us and the changes that are coming about, they the ability to link in now, because so many of us have been on the journey and we've been on it alone, even though we've kind of had people placed all over the world that we've resonated with, we've befriended with, even if only virtually. Many of us have kind of walked our path on our own, and there have been times when it's been exceptionally lonely. And yet, if you had people holding higher levels of consciousness, all living in one area, it would only be that one area that would raise those consciousness levels. And this is a global shift. This is it's a global shift. And so that is a lot of the reason why we have all been dotted around the globe. And it was interesting because I was listening to another highly spiritual soul the other day, and they were saying it was a video that went back a few years. Actually, it was a few years old, but they were actually saying you only have to look at the world to see where those light beings are not, to understand what's going on. But I would have to say that has started to change. I have seen changes in even some of the most conflicting areas of the world where there has been a lot of conflict. There seems to be a softness. There appears to be a softness. I'm not saying that atrocities aren't still occurring and that there are not still lots and lots and lots of issues that need to be rectified and cleared out. I'm not saying that there's still not a lot of disclosures and illumination needed, because there absolutely is. But what I have felt is there's a softness. I can't, what are the words? There is a definite softness to humanity that I am feeling as we move forward. And I'm being told, and I get the impression that will only grow. There will be, yes, we will see polarities play out, of course, because we understand this physical realm through polarities. So we will actually see that, and if you listen to mainstream, that will be fed to you, the real negative polarity that exists out there. And I'm not denying that it does exist, because it does, but it's a biased portrait of what's actually happening in the world. And I ask each and every one of you to just take a breath, to allow your mind to become still, so that you can actually feel the softness that is starting to ripple out globally. I don't know if the information from that meditation is something that you need to use, or it was just something that needed to be expressed, or it's something to confirm what you've already been done. Spirit didn't show me that. It just took me to that entry in my journal and told me to make a video about it. How and what the meaning of that is for you, only you can ascertain. I would actually say trust that. It may be a clarity from some of the practices that you've been guided to do, and you've maybe been sat on the fence a little bit. Am I doing this right? Is this correct? And then it gives you the clarity. It may be something that you need to bring in to start connecting with the elements and those 4 corners, including connection to ether, and bringing those 4 corners into consolidation within your being. There's a million different ways that me sharing that can transpire, but it's interesting for me that it's been sat in my journal for just over 4 years, and now with these monumental energies of change upon us, it wanted to be expressed. I'd be interested to find out what it means to you. So if you would like, please leave your comments, let me know. I love reading them and finding out what it actually means for you guys out there. If you've liked the video, then press that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please subscribe. If you subscribe, then hit the notification bell as well, and you will be notified when new videos get uploaded. And I will leave it at that. You take care, beautiful souls.